Hello, collective. What's up? What it do? What the business is? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? What you doing? Oh, I hate that. Take that back. Don't answer that. What you doing? Oh, I hate that. What's going on, collective? Anyway, this is a general reading. Thank you guys so much for your likes, your shares, definitely your subscribes. Thank you guys for joining me. If you're new to my channel, welcome. This is, again, a general reading. This is Intuitive Tarot. Any sign can be significant. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. Okay? The entire reading may not resonate with you at all, and that is fine. Okay? If I say something is unbeknownst to you, make sure you counsel with your spirit team, your ancestors of the brightest white light that have ascended into heaven, your angelic angels, your spirit guides when it comes to clarifying, validating that particular part of the reading. All right? To see if it is of significance to you. All right? This could be past, present, or future energy. This could be clarity or validation for others. All right? So only take what resonates. Any sign can be significant. We will pull some tarot if we need to clarify a card or two. All right? So let's get right into it. Gemini can be significant. Man or woman. Next card. Somebody got a demonic attachment. Or Gemini could have a demonic attachment. Let's see. And more is message. Show me what I need to see. What do I need to see? Shit, judged by 6, carried by 9 almost came out. Let's see what this is. In 10 to 12 years. 10 to 12 years tops. Something could have been going on 10 to 12 years tops. Or something can last as long as 10 to 12 years. Andrew can be significant. I'm hearing Saint Andrew. But Andrew can be significant. But something is like 10 to 12 years tops. So you could have been with someone 10 to 12 years tops. Or we'll keep going. 10 to 12 years tops. Scott can be significant. What else do I need to see? Tell me what else I need to see. Demonic attachment. Next card, somebody covering up a stolen inheritance. Any more on this message? Like-minded people coming your way. So this is possibly your soul tribe due to your vibration right now, what you're manifesting at this time. So you could be getting out, networking more, like mingling more, just getting out more. But these like-minded people are part of your soul tribe. So some of you could be starting something new, like turning over a new leaf, going on your new journey. For some of you, you may be new on your spiritual journey, but this is, part of your soul tribe. And I feel like it's got a lot to do with you keeping your vibration high, keeping your thoughts positive, like kind of keeping your energy cleansed, being aware. So some of you don't have to be new on your spiritual journey. I'm just saying, when it comes to like someone actually staying focused, you know what I'm saying? And like weeding out people that don't belong, especially when they are taking up something needed from you. Like you're not giving, that space to someone or people that are just takers is what I'm getting. Yeah. Next card, walking away from all these karmic toxic attachments. Like-minded people coming your way. So that's what I'm saying. Like it's got a lot to do with some of the things that you are working on when it comes to the things you're clearing out of your energy. So someone's walking away from all these karmic toxic attachments, the devil. Like somebody's, the devil in reverse. Like somebody's releasing themselves, freeing themselves of things that have weighed them down, things that have really, just drained them, like, siphon energy from them. Because I feel like somebody was involved or around a lot of low vibrational entities, people, karmic toxic attachments. All hope isn't lost with work. Show me who this is, this demonic attachment. You got the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Virgo energy with the Two of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck in reverse. Could be an earth sign. Like if somebody was supposed to whoever this is that may have taken their time or came into some type of, I feel like something was divine intervention though. Something was, put in place to keep someone, from being able to connect with you again. Especially if they had a demonic attachment on them. So if somebody like was trying to make plans, like trying to move forward, trying to take some type of, action or trying to make some type of decision, if they were indecisive, things like that, like something was like a hit and miss for somebody or between two people. But either way, it's like those things were happening, to keep someone from coming towards you because of this. Like whoever this is, they could be an earth sign, a low vibrational earth sign at that, but they had issues, with things that they were juggling with this Two of Pentacles in reverse. Like somebody was juggling more than just their income. So something was not the right time for someone to invest. Like it wasn't the right time to invest in someone here. because they may have been part of some organization or some group of people, or with the Hierophant, like somebody was involved with something or a group of people, or practice something, or they were involved with somebody that was like whoever they were juggling you with may have had, some type of demonic attachment on them. And by them being involved with this person, whoever that is, that they were juggling, and it was just more than they were juggling their energy in a lot of different things, and it was more than just about their finances. Like if they were trying to find another, money maker or whatever to like add to their wealth, or to bring, stabilize a little bit more. Like somebody was doing more than just focusing on their money. Like what they were giving to was more than just about money. Give me some more on this demonic attachment. Clarify demonic attachment. Yeah, the Tower in reverse. Aries energy. With the Three of Swords, Six of Swords at the bottom of the deck in reverse. Because somebody has some type of fixed belief system, you know what I'm saying, that maybe they were trying to avoid, making any changes to, or something like that. Like somebody, had like something that was taking, controlling them more than they were thinking they were able to control it. Like if somebody thought, whatever they had going on was something they could control, it really was out of their control. Like, but it was something that whatever, they got involved, whoever they clarify this Tower in reverse, whoever they were around, yeah, the Justice. Like somebody, I'm talking about, yeah, somebody is getting karma. You know what I'm saying? For not using their intuition, refusing, to make changes, like denying that they are involved with something, or they can't control something. You know how somebody will try to tell you, if they try something for the first time, or you tell them like, what to expect. Oh, I know what I'm doing. I know if I do this, if I just try it, it ain't going, I'm not going to be addicted to something. I'm not going. But I feel like whatever somebody addictions were, whatever they beliefs were, and they could have been part of some type of society, group, organization, or something like that. But these practices, involve them actually going against, free will, and like the changes, the belief system that they go by is like something that they have to stick to. And it's like somebody feeling as though they bound to something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to do this. And I feel like the more somebody kept ignoring the fact that they know something was wrong, it was like them trying to avoid a tower. Like trying to do the bare minimum, but you're still part of the situation. You're still part of the system. You know what I'm saying? Like if they still having meetings, you still showing up. If you saying, I don't feel like this is right, I might need to, walk away from this, but you keep entertaining people that's involved in it. You still, communing with them. You still supporting them. You still giving, energy to them. You know what I'm saying? And these fixed beliefs that they were in is part of, what they got involved with, like part of the energy, part of the environment, the people they socialize with. What they get into is like, that's why this person walking away from all these karmic toxic attachments. Because a lot of these things, is the reason why this person is getting so much karma. And this is about them, being, bringing some type of fairness, because this person was out of control. Like they ain't had no self-discipline. Like somebody don't know how to stand up to people, or they won't, or they join. You know how people are join certain stuff just so that they can, feel empowered. You know what I'm saying? But certain things are not for the betterment of you. A lot of the things, this person got involved in was really just feeding their ego, or like giving them false hope. You know what I'm saying? Creating illusions and using them. It's like whatever this group was doing, it's like they use people in this group to do, things that go against their God. You know what I'm saying? The true and living God. But I feel like, when it comes to somebody thinking that they had control, they didn't. And it's like now with the chariot at the bottom of the deck in reverse, this is like allowing, outside people to, make you feel as though you can, actually handle what's going on. Like, oh, it ain't you. You know what I'm saying? It's them. It's this. You know what I'm saying? But it's got, how them old people say, the revival, let it begin in you. Like whatever changes that is going to come, they have to start within. And I feel like this person, felt like they could control what was going on within, but it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody, you had to get away from people. Like you can free yourself from, certain toxicity, but you no need to do that if you're going to keep going around them. You're going to keep entertaining them. You're going to keep showing up. Like I said, you're going to keep coming to the meeting. So that ain't telling them that you ain't interested. It ain't telling them that you don't support their theory, their beliefs. And if you got people close to you that's part of that, organization, or they part of that group, or you got people you've been knowing for years as part of that group, you're not going to be able to be around them no more once you start making them changes. And I feel like this is the justice. You know what I'm saying? Somebody getting karma. And somebody could be, in the justice system, could be involved in, this cover up for this stolen inheritance. It's like knowing something ain't right, knowing whatever they doing ain't right. So it's like, having to take that initiative to, assess whatever's going on in this situation. Like even if you sitting on a committee, you know what I'm saying? Or you just, one of the members. And it's like you looking at what's going on. You looking at the proof is in the pudding. But at the same time, like you got to stand up for, what you know to be right. Even if people going to come for you if you do. You know what I'm saying? And most people, will bite their tongue, for a while. And somebody could have been part of, could have had this. Something could have been going on for like 10 to 12 years tops. What's the Tower in reverse with the Justice? Clarify the Tower in reverse with the Justice. Demonic attachment. Clarify the Tower in reverse with the Justice. Mm-hmm. What's the Tower in reverse with the Justice? Clarify the Tower in reverse with the Justice. Four of Swords. Somebody want to bring some type of peace to a situation, or lay something to rest. Ten of Wands at the bottom of the deck in reverse. You could be protecting your peace at this time, especially, or this person is doing this, whoever this Libra is. Somebody getting justice, like somebody's, in that moment, a truth where, they having to see something, for what it is, especially when you're doing like a assessment of like what's going on, like being reasonable, you know what I'm saying, being fair in a situation. Because when you bring balance to something, when balance is restored, there's harmony. You know what I'm saying? It all goes together. But somebody, they also, want to bring some type of peace to a situation, and call a truce, or like someone wants to communicate something, that they may be, reevaluating or recuperating, from situations that, may not have been, they may not have been fully aware of, when it comes to this demonic attachment. Somebody could be resting, recuperating after, freeing themselves. 10 of Wands in reverse. Yeah, especially when it comes to things that's not adding value to your life. It's, when it comes to someone actually, being weighed down, burdened by things, that is out of their control. You know what I'm saying? It's not really something that you can, really resolve. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it ain't bringing value to your life. You have to just let it go. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like somebody may not have wanted to just walk away, you know what I'm saying? I guess, when it comes to them not understanding like what was going on, especially if whatever was on them is like trying to figure out like how it happened or what's going on, because some people don't take accountability for something until they left with, having to sit with themselves. And at this point, it's like somebody protecting their peace or just wanting to be at peace with the situation. Because I feel like somebody don't want to continue like not talking, no communication or something like that. Because with this Four of Swords, it's about communicating. But it's like, somebody want to, bring some type of peace and just, call a truce. Because it's like, listen, I know I did this. I know it's like that. I just want to, be at peace. I just, I'm saying, want to bring, I'm coming in peace. It's basically, what I'm saying. But person burdened, weighed down with a lot of things that did not bring value to their life. You got the Wheel of Fortune right behind this 10 of Wands in reverse. Somebody was looking, for something, to go in their favor, looking for the wheel to turn in their favor with this Hierophant. Especially with this inheritance. How did they get this demonic attachment on them? What is it? How did they get that? How did this demonic attachment happen? Got the Moon with the 9 of Wands in reverse at the bottom of the deck. Somebody ended up with this demonic attachment on them because they were ignoring the intuition. Like somebody was being, this demonic attachment was, creating illusions, you know what I'm saying? Making things that this person was supposed to use their intuition in very confusing, like clouding their judgment. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, like somebody was confused. Like, this demonic attachment was meant to make them question their intuition. You know what I'm saying? Make them feel like, something is hidden or, to keep secrets. You know what I'm saying? It's about, someone not being aware. So it's like you got to be cautious, you know what I'm saying, or whatever it is that, or somebody was not using the intuition, so they was not using discernment either. They may not have had that, or this person, was just in their head confused about what it was that why they didn't see something clearly, what they felt like, they wasn't seeing. But it's the fact that somebody was made to be, this demonic attachment was literally like keeping them in their head, keeping them confused, making them creating a lot of illusions, had them delusional. It had them delusional. And I feel like as long as they wasn't using their intuition, it was easily manipulated. This demonic attachment was easy manipulative to this Pisces. Because like this 9 of Wands at the bottom of the deck, it's like this person feel like now, they realized, they were fighting a losing battle, when it came to how somebody was using them, when it comes to like losing focus in a situation or losing sight of what's really important or like what's really going on. So when that happens, it's like you end up having to accept the lessons that you got to learn in those situations. Like, damn, I should have paid attention. How did I miss that? With the moon, it's like somebody, didn't realize something was an illusion, or that something had them delusional, was confusing, like not knowing what was making them confusing. Like, why am I so confused? Like, why can't I make a decision? Like, why can't I see what's going on? Like, they had a demonic attachment on them. But it's, the lessons they learned now from the fact that they didn't pay more attention to what was important. Like, somebody didn't stay focused on what their intuition was telling them. They may have second guessed it, or thought it was intuition when it really was their ego. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody let their ego mislead them until it was something that they ended up losing a lot. At the same time, like got the 6 of Pentacles in reverse, 4 of Pentacles in reverse. I'm talking about holding on, somebody was holding on tight to whatever it was. They felt like they could control at the time, like it was holding on tight to them. Like whatever and whoever they ended up laying down with or getting in some type of demonic contract with, whatever demon they got in some type of contract with, whatever they were doing, it ended up, being something that they did, or somebody they look with is in some type of demonic contract. Somebody entered into a contract with some demon. I don't know if it's a sex demon. I don't know if it's, some type of, dark demon they use to like confuse this person, or like a chaos situation or something like that, to keep somebody like fueling with their thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Battling and fighting with their own inner thoughts. You know what I'm saying? With the moon. Because whatever it is, it kept somebody, from looking at themselves. They truly what was going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like somebody recording you when you off your shit. You know what I'm saying? And then when you sober up, or when when that buzz come down, or when that high come down from whatever it is, and they show you that footage. You know what I'm saying? They show you that beautiful beam footage. You looking at that shit like, damn, that can't be me. Like, that was you. That's you. But it's like you never seen yourself in that light before. Like, I ain't never know I was acting like that when I did that. That's how that was. Like, why y'all didn't say it's like that? Like, somebody didn't realize their actions was reckless until, or how reckless their actions were, or they were, until they actually had to separate themselves and actually look at themselves for, what it is, who it is. And they could have been involved, or, you or this, whoever this is, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or whoever this earth sign is, could have water in their chart. But somebody definitely, had a lot of, hang-ups and setbacks and shit like that, all because they were refusing to see something and make some changes in order for their vibration to get high, in order for them to, get out of that south node kind of, energy. Because I feel like as long as they was in them beliefs and practicing them beliefs, or dealing with somebody practicing some type of beliefs in this friend group or this family, they were going to be bound to whatever it is that that person they keep getting involved with or doing business with or partnering with or whoever and whatever this group is about. As long as they keep attending, being part of it, showing interest and giving energy to it, because that's what this demonic attachment was. It was like you keep feeding a monster. And it's like whatever it is, it keep going around a light worker, a light being. Because now they have to, learn, whatever lessons with this 9 of swords at the bottom, 9 of wands at the bottom of the deck in reverse. Sagittarius energy got to learn these lessons. Because this is failure for somebody. Like they failed to listen to their intuition. They allowed things that was hidden, in plain sight. You know what I'm saying? Like something was right there on the surface and they was missing it. Like it was right in front of them. You know what I'm saying? The whole time. And they just clarify walking away from all these karmic toxic attachments or attachments. Because they walking away, whatever this is, they freeing themselves from this demonic attachment. Clarify walking away from all these the karmic toxic attachments. Yeah, somebody walking away possibly from a lover. With the lovers in reverse, Gemini energy, you got the Page of Swords in reverse. Like it's gonna rain. You got the Page of Swords in reverse with the Queen of Wands. So somebody's that one of these karmic or toxic attachments was a user. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that spiteful, revengeful, vengeful. You know what I'm saying? Like to talk shit about other folks and shit like that, but ain't got a plan first. Ain't got a plan first. Like they love to gossip, love to put other people down. There's also, this person may have been dealing with insecurities, you know what I'm saying, that another person has. You know what I'm saying? Like people talk shit about another person, but they insecure about the very thing that they speaking on about somebody else. I don't like how they wear their clothes. Basically, you don't like the fact that they got the kind of clothes they got to wear. You can't wear, you may not like how they dress, but they got a little more than you to work with anyway. So you may not like how they dress. It's just the fact that somebody don't like the fact that person got certain clothes, or they got certain brands of clothes or certain brands of, shoes or whatever that person don't have. So they talk shit about them. Or they got some type of talent or creativity or something like that this other person don't have, so they talk shit about them. You know what I'm saying? And then they'll go out of their way to, set something up for you, but then it's a whole setup in the first place. Like they'll, try to make it seem as though they there to help, but they really using you to do something for them, and in return, they really can backdoor you by what they helped you doing. Like I helped you with this, I showed you how to get to that. And the minute they feel like you ain't on their side, they finna go back behind. They finna backdoor you and undo that shit. Like I'm gonna help you get on, but then they'll go back, and tell whoever they told, to put a word in for you or whatever. They'll go back and undo that shit and say something foul about you, or tell them some of your business, or tell them something they think they know that person gonna look at you sideways for. Like they'll go back and undo that. Next thing you know, you like, damn man, I just went in the days. They was, digging me at one time. Now they all salty and shit now. You know what I'm saying? Acting all, sometime in that, you know what I'm saying, wishy-washy now. That's because the person you telling it to done went back and undid that shit. Being spiteful, you know what I'm saying? But this is somebody that also like to sponge off of other people. Whether it's for money, whether it's for information. Because somebody don't like this Queen of Wands, Leo energy. What's the Page of Swords in reverse? All right, low vibrational Gemini. You got Gemini out here with the makeshift deck. What's this Page of Swords in reverse? Clarify the Page of Swords in reverse. King of Swords. Two of Wands. What's this Page of Swords in reverse with the King of Swords? Somebody, whoever this Page of Swords is, could be a woman, could be a man, but they immature, for one. Let's get that out the way. Somebody was immature in the past. You know what I'm saying? They may have, used people, and did things out of their anger. You know what I'm saying? Misdirected anger and actions. And it's like when this person, can't get the answers they want, they make shit up. You know what I'm saying? They make shit up in order to get the outcome that they're looking for because they feel some type of way. So it's like even if they know something not to be true, as long as they know it's going to get a reaction or it's going to get them some type of response that they looking for, they'll go with it. You know what I'm saying? Until otherwise. What's the Page of Swords in reverse with the King of Swords? What's the Page of Swords in reverse with the King of Swords? Like somebody could be maturing now. They could be wisening up now, when it comes to how they saw themselves before. You know what I'm saying? Like I was saying. Like somebody didn't see themselves for how, they were looking to somebody else, to a Queen of Wands. It's like somebody didn't see how they actually came off, or like didn't see themselves for who they were at that time until they made some changes, or like questioning, you know what I'm saying? Like, why am I like this? Like understanding the insecurities that they had. They projected it onto somebody else because they didn't want to be looked at like that. They wanted to be looked at like a King of Swords. Like they clever too. Like I know my way around the kitchen too. What's the Page of Swords with the King of Swords? What's the Page of Swords with the King of Swords? Hangman in reverse. Taurus energy. Yeah, somebody was still stuck in like this materialistic, mindset. That's why somebody, whoever this is, was always talking about, what somebody material wise had. They ain't got this kind of car. So they don't live out here. They don't dress like that. They don't work over here. They got that kind of job. They can't buy this. They can't go on this trip. They don't shop like this. They don't dress like that. They ain't got that kind of jewelry. Why they wear them kind of shoes? Like this, it's like somebody, yeah. How they got that and they got this? But it's like, someone not looking at something from their higher self. Because with the hangman, this is like somebody looking at things, from a different perspective, turning over a new leaf. You know what I'm saying? Reevaluating, how you see yourself. Especially what you feel like, is more important on your list of priorities. You know what I'm saying? And somebody was not on a list of priorities. Somebody was not prioritizing. This is somebody that, really was just neglecting the spiritual side of things, and especially spiritual development. Like somebody was not looking at something in the spirit realm of nothing. Like somebody was not even looking at nothing. That's why I said when it comes to like-minded people coming your way, it's like you could be new on your spiritual journey. Don't mean it was you started yesterday. You just could be new on it. You could be 6 months in. You could be a year in. You know what I'm saying? But for some people, your journey, it's your journey. So everybody's journey timeline started the day, they entered into this realm. You know what I'm saying? That you came onto this earthly plane to be amongst, the many. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like, what somebody was looking at themselves as at one time, they had to reevaluate that now. You know what I'm saying? But somebody refused to, do that at one time. Or somebody's refusing to do that now. But walking away, allows you to see things for what it is. Once you step away and spend some time away from people and isolate yourself and sit with yourself and, have that one-on-one with the universe, with the Most High God, and, hash some shit out. Because at the end of the day, you can walk away from people all day long, but if it don't look like to them that you doing well because you did it, then they ready to talk about it. Oh, I don't see why you start fucking with me. It ain't like, I thought you was, on to the next. I thought you, was doing something big. You doing the same stuff. That's what you think. That's what you see. Because, the change starts within. Don't have to be on the, the physical plane. You know what I'm saying? The spirit realm, you know what I'm saying, is changing while you changing here on this earthly plane. Some people be looking for the change to happen right in front of them when it's happening within you. They just don't see it because they have refused to make changes in themselves. You know what I'm saying? When they can make changes in themselves, then they can see, the change in you. That's why like-minded people are headed your way, because you did the work, making the changes, and so is somebody else, but they having to see that immature version of themselves for themselves. Whether they take accountability for it or not, it's going to be a loss for them the longer they take, to change. Because this Tower in reverse is about resisting change. Or releasing it, allowing it to be something you realize is actually helping you. Because I feel like some people feel like every tower is bad. Like all towers are bad. You know what I'm saying? But when you had that breakthrough and you finally, surrender, and you admit, listen, I need to figure something out because I don't want to be like this. That's when you approaching that path that you need to be on. Folks that question whether they doing the right thing, that's how you are. That's how you entering onto your right path. Because some folks don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? If they doing the right thing or not. Some of them just feel like if it worked for me today, I'm going to do it again tomorrow. Don't matter who is hurting. Don't matter who, going to benefit from that. Because some people just out for self. And if you stuck in the woods or stuck in a situation, you don't want to be thinking the person that you stuck out here with is only out here to survive for themselves. They not looking, like them soldiers be doing to come back and get one of their own. No. You'll be surprised that person you've been running with for years will leave your ass high and dry. Because ain't nobody telling you to gain all that weight. I can't pull you. I can't carry you. Okay? So, that was me being sarcastic. All right? So let that go. All right? But yeah, somebody wanted to, accept, what I'm saying, like not being immature anymore. Like growing up and getting out of that phase of, taking their insecurities out on other people, that indirect action, misdirected action, anger. Like you taking it out on the wrong person, you throwing that issue, onto somebody else that ain't even their shit. But they walking away, you know what I'm saying? You got the Six of Swords at the bottom of the deck in reverse. Right behind that is the Lovers in reverse. And this person happy about doing it. You know what I'm saying? What make it, even more interesting. They happy that they doing this. Because I feel like a King of Swords was looking at how something was, or accepting, the karmics that they were around, and like exactly like looking at their behavior and looking at where it's coming from. Like these people could have been insecure about themselves. They could have been insecure about the things that they were saying about other people. And even if you got friends that's talking shit about other people, you got to look at, if you don't see nothing wrong with that person and you see, some positive things that person or, a situation is bringing for somebody, the only thing you can look at the other people and say like, damn, You ought to be happy for them because at least they such and such and such. They could have said that and saw that too, but that ain't what they saying. And that's how at that point in time, like you need to, walk away. You know what I'm saying? Leave these folks be, because no matter where you at and when you at, where you at around them with them, they're going to be on that same shit until they ain't. And waiting around, hoping and praying, like, oh, I hope they don't do this. I hope they don't get here and be like that. Stop showing up and entertaining their ass. Find you another place of being. You know what I'm saying? 6 of Cups in reverse. Find you other places to hang out. You ain't got to take them, you know what I'm saying, the people you walking away from. You ain't got to take them or feel, bad, because you walking away from them. Shit, if you don't, and they rising up, they going to walk away from you. Clarify covering up stolen inheritance. Clarify covering up stolen inheritance. What's this about? 5 of Swords in reverse, Aquarius energy. With the Knight of Cups at the bottom of the deck in the upright. What's the 5 of Swords in reverse? What's the 5 of Swords in reverse? Coconut stolen in. Yeah. Got the High Priestess with the 5 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. You could already know this, being this High Priestess. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Because somebody out is a seer. Very intuitive, very tapped in. Like this inheritance could be a spiritual inheritance. Don't have to be. But somebody, is coming out of the cold, when it comes to this 5 of Pentacles. Because whatever somebody was covering up, it's already being seen. Like somebody already know that they covering it up. You already know about the inheritance. Or they know you. Yeah, somebody already know you know. And somebody coming to tell you even if they feel like you know. Because whenever this was revealed to you, it's like somebody decided they wasn't going to tell you because you know. And somebody confused as to how you know. But you're a High Priestess. It's a High Priestess out here. This 5 of Swords in reverse is about somebody being confused as to how they in some type of misery or angry and shit like that. There's a lot of arguments and stuff going on right now because somebody is confused as to how another person knows. Like they feel like they don't know if somebody told this person or how you know, but you know. Or there's a Pisces that know you know something. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, they know you know. What's the 5 of Swords with the What's the 5 of Swords in reverse with the High Priestess? What's the 5 of Swords in reverse with the High Priestess? Clarify. Knight of Cups came out again and was at the bottom of the deck. Pisces energy again with this High Priestess. So somebody want to come in. I'm telling you, somebody want to come in and express something. When it comes to a message they want to come in and give you about something. Like somebody want to come in. This could be a lover with this Knight of Cups. Or they could be like a real good friend, that you hold close to your heart. That's real, that you're real close to. Got a lot of love for, or they got a lot of love for you. But it's like, somebody wanting to be helpful. You know what I'm saying? They want to help you. It's like somebody either aware that somebody took something from you, and they want to come in and like give you something, but I feel like they're trying to avoid judgment. That's why they coming in slow. Or they know somebody is trying to avoid judgment because you got the judgment at the bottom of the deck in reverse. Because somebody being looked at now is like being immature. Like, I don't know if they help somebody or partner with somebody when it comes to this stolen inheritance or trying to cover it up. Got the judgment in reverse with the 8 of Wands in reverse. Devil in reverse. 4 of Cups in reverse. Like somebody with this 4 of Cups in reverse shit, this is, somebody looking at how they wanted to think of some other way to come in and express themselves or something like that. Like somebody trying to figure out like what to do with this 4 of Cups. It's like being disappointed with some type of how some relationship between you and them is now. It could be family, it could be a lover, like I said, with this Knight of Cups, or a loved one or something like that. But it's like somebody disappointed with it, and like somebody don't like the way something turned out. You know what I'm saying? Between you and them. But they walking away, it's like somebody releasing that thought of thinking they trapped in a situation. You know what I'm saying? Like feeling like, if I go, they gonna know, they gonna have something to say. People gonna do this, or it's gonna be like that. With the devil in reverse, it's like somebody knowing they gotta, make a decision. But it's also, freeing themselves of these addictions. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever bondage or whatever ties they got to something or somebody. It's like somebody, walking away from whatever is causing the problem. Like facing and accepting whatever it is and what they got to do to free themselves from whatever's causing the problem that they know is standing between you and them. Because I feel like that's why somebody moving slow. You know what I'm saying? With the 8 of Wands, they could be letting something, go on with the flow with some family situation or a connection or something like that, or some type of, especially, if they got involved with somebody because of their inheritance. Show me why they covering this up. Why is they covering up this inheritance? Why are they covering up this stolen inheritance? Why are they doing this? Could have been up to 5 people involved with this 5 of Swords out here in reverse. It's like they done turned against each other now. Why are they lying about this stolen inheritance? Why are they trying to cover this up? Got the 9 of Wands in reverse. Yeah, could be a divorce going on too. Or something ain't balanced, or there's a toxic, like dysfunctional family dynamic, or somebody like settling with how, or having to live with someone or something like that, or somebody like in fear of having to do this or something like that. With this 4 of Wands at the bottom of the deck in reverse, because somebody now is having to learn some type of lesson when it comes to this 9 of Wands in reverse. They fighting a battle that they can't win. So it's like whatever it is that they know as a high priestess that you don't see. As a high priestess, they think what they think you don't see, you do. But no, they can't do no more to keep you from knowing something. Everything they do, you're going to be able to see it. It's going to be shown to you. So it's like they fighting a losing battle with this 9 of Wands. Like, this is why But things are not working out for somebody like their family. Like there's a dynamic that's falling apart. Like and it's like somebody, settling for where something is. It's like, I might as well just stay, where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? I might as well just ride this shit out. You know what I'm saying? Cause this person gon', even when they find out, even if somebody feel like, even if they come towards you and try to give you a message of love, I want to propose, I want, like, you may not, it's not gonna go that route. You know what I'm saying? Not the ones in reverse. Like somebody feels as though, you gonna walk away. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not gonna, you learned your lesson. Or this is them saying that, they learned their lesson in the situation. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody not, um, naive to something now, especially if they know you already know. If they felt like what you know was keeping them from coming back around, it's like somebody, having to accept that, you could either be a lesson or you can be a blessing to somebody. But with this 4 of Wands at the bottom of the deck in reverse with the 5 of Cups, like somebody definitely is looking at how unhappy they are where they at, how somebody could be going through a divorce. Like some family dynamic, could be upside down now, in this family with this home. Something, is coming, bringing something to an end with this 4 of Wands. Like I said, it could possibly be a divorce. 5 of Cups and the Ace of Cups. Yeah. Somebody don't like the fact that there's a new opportunity here for someone, to get a fresh new start, you know what I'm saying, and go toward what it is you really love, what you really want to do. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like what's taken is going to be restored. What somebody stole is going to be restored to you tenfold. You know what I'm saying? With this Ace of Cups. You could be having a new, could be having a pregnancy coming towards you for those of you that can, conceive. Because this is also like a creative, project, creative growth. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be restored. So nobody can, whatever somebody took from you, your creativity, the help and the love you getting from the universe is going to restore everything that you desire, that you want to do, that you want to go towards, is going to bring you that wealth. It's going to bring you, that emotional, what I'm saying, awakening. It's going to bring, a whole new love of life. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be restored to you. So even, when it comes to a love, you know what I'm saying, a lover, that too will be, like how they say, this too shall pass. But that's why this card is out here. All hope isn't lost with work. Like if this person feel like, man, I might well just, settle for where I'm at, with this 4 of Wands in reverse. Because they crying over spilled milk with this 5 of Cups. But there's a new opportunity in love here at the bottom of the deck. You had the 4 of Cups. The 4 of Wands. And the 5 of Cups. Over this ending. Like somebody upset over that, But then there's this Ace of Cups. So, there's another opportunity here, but it's like someone hasn't realized, they have to do the work. They can't be lazy. Page of Cups in reverse. Like they can't be lazy about shit. Or somebody getting complacent, like they feeling, letting fear control, whatever is going on when it comes to their decision making. Like if you let fear control you, fear already done won. You already done lost. Clarify 10 to 12 years tops. What's that about? What's this 10 to 12 years tops about? What's that dealing with? What's that 10 or 12 years tops dealing with? Somebody period of loss could have been because the Page of Pentacles came out in reverse. What's this 10 to 12 years tops about? Give me some more on this. What's this 10 to 12 years tops got to do with? What does it got to do with? What is this concerning? What is this 10 to 12 years tops concerning? What is this 10 to 12 years tops? Yeah. King of Wands in reverse with this Six of Wands in reverse at the bottom of the deck. So somebody, financial loss. You got the Queen. You got the King of Wands in reverse and the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Because it's like somebody either is dealing with, not. Like whatever it is that somebody was hoping to, put this stolen inheritance, covering up a stolen inheritance, like whoever this is, to you, because I feel like somebody, now, is disputing, going back and forth and trying to figure out like how you know about something, but you're the high priestess, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like because somebody didn't go out of their way to like be there for you, you know what I'm saying, being immature, being, in a south node and refusing, to make changes, or there's, people that kind of held their hand, you know what I'm saying, or they held back taking action, you know what I'm saying, with this King of Wands in reverse. This is like somebody, could, experiencing things, that's not going the way they want them to, you know what I'm saying? They could have been going through some delays, but I feel like that's what's, something been like, or what something is going to be like, something is going to be for 10 to 12 years tops, like something, went on for that long, or something is going to be going on that long for somebody. And I feel like they'll show justice, that's, karma for somebody, that wanted to steal from you. Give me some more in this 10 to 12 years tops. Two of Wands in reverse with the Sun in reverse at the bottom of the deck. I feel like somebody's going to be in a financial loss for 10 to 12 years tops. And if it ain't that, it's like a King of Wands, you know. Yeah. What's going on with this King of Wands? There's a King of Wands that's going through like a two of Wands in reverse when it comes to them like neglecting, you know, certain things that they needed to take action on. So it's like somebody got like an element of surprise, you know, coming. And it's not, you know, good at this point because I feel like somebody, you know, was with this Page of Pentacles in reverse, like somebody was being immature, you know what I'm saying? And not putting in the work, you know what I'm saying, and doing what they needed to do to make things better for themselves. And I feel like somebody preyed on another person's, you know, if somebody was preying on another person, like pulling from them, you know, taking advantage of them, because with the Page of Pentacles in the upright, it's like somebody faithful. This is somebody goal oriented, um, young at heart, you know what I'm saying? But there's also, you know, somebody that's very intellectual, but very, you know, a good financial planner, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody is very trustworthy, you know what I'm saying? Faithful. Um, Very determined. But in reverse, this is somebody that lacks all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? And they'll just rather, you know, focus on things, you know what I'm saying, that don't bring any kind of, you know, substance to their life. So it's like, you know, they may have decided, you know, to get with people or being an opportunist or getting in cycles with folks, you know what I'm saying? So with this demonic attachment on somebody, you know, could have been, you know, something like I said, somebody got involved with in this group that they do to like siphon, you know, from people's energy, you know what I'm saying, to pull from, you know, high vibrational beings, you know what I'm saying, and trying to find a way, you know what I'm saying, bind themselves or connect, you know, to those people in some type of way to be able to pull from their energy, they goodness, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's, you know, getting them to care about them, you know, because, you know, especially if you're an empath or whatever, it's like somebody wanting to, you know, get in your energy, you know, so they can get whatever they feel like, you know, is going to be beneficial, abundant, you know, coming from your energy. And they know that by laying with you. So sometimes people life pick up the minute they start dealing with certain people. They like, man, ever since I've been ever since I've been dealing with Emily, man, shit, things have been up for me. But imagine when Emily don't want to be with that person no more. Now this person, you know, if they don't notice they life in shambles when that person walk away and never returns, they notice it once that person don't return for a while. Like things ain't the way they used to do something, or the way that flow used to be ain't like that no more. Now they call to try to get something rectified, or they try to get something resolved. Man, it take, you know, them having to damn to get their arm and a leg to get, you know, that back right again. But they wouldn't have had to work that hard, you know, when that person was around. You get what I'm saying? So whatever somebody was like, or whatever shit was like, for somebody at one time, they noticing, just how different that shit is now because they didn't put the work in for for themselves. So somebody could have been, using somebody, manipulating their energy, and they gives, that person gives, what I'm saying, that person's heart, their goodness to give, to give from, to take from them, pulling from their energy with this Page of Cups. Page of Pentacles. Because it's like, somebody's very, abundant, in the spirit realm. So as above, so below. It may not look like you got much here, but you rack up coins and wealth and abundance in who you are. Just in who you are. So it's like your halo was hidden. You know what I'm saying? And the people that wanted to take from you were people that, you really probably cared about. And this could have went on for like 10 to 12 years for some of you, or somebody in particular. Yeah, because I feel like, somebody being indecisive in the past, whoever this Aries is, like somebody was indecisive in the past, you know what I'm saying? And not willing, to take that leap of faith, you know what I'm saying? Fear of the unknown. I don't know what's going to happen if I go, in this direction. So shit, they're going to find out now because that shit going to be going on for a little minute. Then they ass sad about that now. They can't move forward. They can't get what it is they want. You know what I'm saying? But all hope ain't lost, with work. It ain't got to be that way. It ain't got to stay that way. But at this point, shit, something going to be going on for 10 to 12 years top. So that's, or it could have been going on that long. They could have been, doing pretty good for a while. You know what I'm saying? Until that shit stopped. You know what I'm saying? Now, somebody is going through the most because of how they, refuse to do the work on themselves and, using somebody else or going out of their way, to manipulate somebody else that, has clearly done the work on themselves. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can't manipulate your way back into somebody's life, especially a light worker. Because even if they don't have the tools they need to get you out their life, the Most High God and their spirit team gonna run your ass crazy. The longer you with them. Gonna have their ass sad and you too. I'll be a whole, you know what I'm saying, clusterfuck. Clarify all hope isn't lost with work. Clarify all hope isn't lost with work. Clarify all hope isn't lost with work. 5 of Wands in reverse with the 8 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So Leo energy. Somebody, I feel like somebody don't want to do the work. Like, if somebody feel as though, they on the outs right now and they ain't looking good, like whoever these arguments, fights, conflict is that's going on, like somebody could want to come towards you. So don't get in no risky, you know what I'm saying, confrontational kind of situations right now. Because I feel like, if somebody feel like they can't get, if they've been blocked and communication been cut off and shit like that, it's like somebody feel like, they need to, come in and, maybe try to cause some type of conflict or something like that, or trying to come in, or somebody may, want to come towards you, but it's like whatever's coming behind them, could come with some type of underhanded, slick competition. You know what I'm saying? Some, like if let's just put it like this: if a past person want to come back around to you, they walking away from somebody toxic karmic attachments, okay? Attachment or attachments, okay? Demonic attachment or mints, okay? Them walking away from them people or whatever those situations are, or whatever that being or thing or situation is, okay? something is coming, behind it that may be underhanded, maybe some cutthroat kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying? Especially if it's a past person wanting to come back around because you got a new beginning, you got a new person, you got a new take on life. I got a new attitude. What's that song by Patti LaBelle? I got a new attitude. This, could be the fact that somebody coming around from your past that wanna, be cutthroat by the situation, or the fact that a past person walking away from somebody that's low down that they may be getting into it with, having some disputes with because they're walking away, and that person wanting to come back around, want to try to get at you, because of what they feel like, you come with, you know what I'm saying? They could be intimidated, they could be jealous of, the fact that somebody want to come back around to you after, shit done hit the fan for them or wherever they at, or what's going on with their family or this family dynamic. But it's like this group of folks, and whoever they get on with and however they move with these people, it's like they walking away from all that now, but it's like people in this group that want to do some underhanded shit because they, feel like, how you gonna just walk away? How you just gonna, kick us to the curb? Something like that. So be mindful of somebody, just possibly, or your person need to be mindful of somebody wanting to come around and just do some low down shit, you know what I'm saying? And try to, trick you into, you know what I'm saying, getting into some type of altercation. Because their ass done been blocked. 8 of Swords. And somebody feels stuck, trapped, or they in their head with a lot of negative thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Or they feel like whoever this is could feel like, if they do come towards you or something like that, you feel like they come with some type of, cutthroat kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like they not gonna be on something real. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody feel like if they come towards you, they gonna be on. They feel as though you think they gonna come towards you with some shit from the past. You know what I'm saying? Like something bullshit gonna be falling behind them when they. It's something like that. Clarify this 5 of Wands in reverse. All hope isn't lost with work. What's the 5 of Wands in reverse? Because somebody don't want no conflict. They don't want no smoke. But they feel like you feel like that's what they coming with. What's the 5 of Wands in reverse? Got the 2 of Swords in reverse, Libra energy. Yeah. Because with this 2 of Swords in reverse, it's like somebody feel like the other person don't want to work with them. It's like one party ain't cooperating with the other one. Or if this is a past person want to walk away from somebody, a karmic or toxic, some toxicity or a toxic karmic ass attachment. It's like somebody want to walk away from this person, but it's like they feel as though like this person is going to make it difficult for them to do that. Like they know this person either gonna try to follow them or something like that. And it's like almost like somebody, they gotta stand their ground. You know what I'm saying? Leo energy, you have to stand your ground. You know what I'm saying with this person. Because I feel like in the face of adversity, somebody may not be used to somebody, and it's like somebody don't even want to come towards you, with this, but it's like they know if this come follow them, that this is gonna make them look like they on that same shit again. Because somebody want to come toward another person and communicate something, but it's like somebody not wanting another person to do it because they don't want to admit the truth about something. It's like, I don't want you to go, but I don't want to tell you the truth either. You know what I'm saying? Like, And somebody feel like if they do tell you the truth, it's like gonna make shit worse because you're gonna stand your ground. Clarify the Two of Swords in reverse. They know you got some clarity. They know you gonna get the answer. They know you gonna get it. You gonna get it. You know you gonna get it. I know you gonna get it. Craig and Day Day, they know you gonna get it. And you standing your ground. So at this point, shit, they either gonna, what they be saying on Talladega Night, you gonna shake a bait. You gonna shake a bait. What you gonna do? Because the collective, like, shit, if you was, afraid of the unknown, then shit, you basically don't need to be, you know what I'm saying? If your faith ain't intact, then shit, yeah, it's going to be topsy-turvy around here. Because faith without work is dead. And faith is not comfortable. When you standing in your power and you got all faith in the Most High, baby, it is not comfortable. It ain't comfortable. I don't know. Don't let nobody tell you no lie. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to you having faith in the Most High God, just know your faith, even with Him, is going to be tested. And most of the time, majority of the time, your faith is going to take you out of your comfort zone. So fear is not a factor. You cannot be afraid. You cannot be afraid. The more people feel like, man, I don't want to do that. I don't want them to lock me up. Man, listen. If more people, take back their power and stop letting what they want you to be in fear. They want you to be in fear no matter what it is. They want you to fear it. They like to see that fear in your face. They always have. When you know. They always have. They want to see your face, your eyes, buck out your head. They want to see you. Yes. Why you think people sit and watch, hangings? Why you think people sat around, and had picnics so they can see you hang and be butchered and slaughtered and cooked and, you know what I'm saying? Why you think they even showed up to see electrocutions? Seeing somebody get electrocuted, people sitting out there looking. They want to see that look in your face. They want to see you flipping around like a fish out of water. They want to speculate. They want to look what they looking at. So, I mean, at the end of the day, when you stand in your ground and Most High God giving you the answers, giving you the clarity, you ain't got no reason to be confused. You ain't got no reason not to know what to do. You ain't got no excuse now. The Ace of Swords is out here like somebody getting clarity. They making a sound decision. Or possibly about a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So at this point, they may not, that cooperation, or somebody wanting to tell the truth or not willing to cooperate, and tell the truth about a situation and be honest, you're going to still get it. This Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, they're going to still get it. And they're going to still stand their ground. Like, this is somebody that's going to, got to have the courage to stand up for yourself. You know what I'm saying? If somebody was naive in the past, you know what I'm saying? They thought they can keep you in that same cycle and, manipulate, the energy and your goodness and shit like that. But, baby, Archangel Michael and all your people done showed up, child, this temperance out here and restoring balance and what the fuck going on. And this person with this devil in reverse, child, got to get out your own damn way, get out your own head. Because you ain't no two-headed lock monster. You ain't this ain't no two-headed thing. I know they say two heads is better than one. But if one of them motherfuckers is, way off the deep end, baby, it's going to be chaos if you're trying to get some sleep, trying to have a thought, trying to be happy with that foolishness coming and spewing up out of their head, sitting next to you. It ain't going to be pretty. It's not going to be nice. What's the overall outcome? But like-minded people coming your way. Could be Scott, could be Andrew. Scott and Andrew could be significant. What's the overall outcome of this situation moving forward? What does my collective need to know about this situation moving forward? What does my collective need to know about this situation moving forward? What does my collective need to know in this situation moving forward? Holy Spirit, Holy Angels. they need to know. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, you got the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn don't have to be, but somebody, taking a hit in their finances, but it'll be picking back up. You know what I'm saying? It may be slow, but it's going to happen. But be patient and, keep being persistent, whatever it is you're doing. Three of Swords, even if it is over a broken heart, Queen of Pentacles, even if it is, somebody that's being immature, refusing to grow up, whatever, was taken will be restored. Just keep going. Just keep being persistent. All right. Keep healing with this Three of Swords out here at the bottom of the deck. I'm going to end it here. You guys make sure you do something nice for someone today, even if you don't know them. And as always, those of you that genuinely love me know that I love you too. Mwah. Bye.